I'm Joe Barton. I'm a retired colonel in the United States Air Force. Retired back in 1996, started out in 1972 going to pilot training and flew a T-37, T-38, T-33s, and then A-10s for about 18 years. Started flying the A-10 or got around with the A-10 back in 1976 when I was doing a short tour in maintenance when the first A-10s came out. The A-10 was designed really as a follow-on or to be used in a war like Vietnam, where we're basically designed for close air support, which means you want to get in, you've got the Army troops who are in contact with the enemy, and you need to be able to get in there as close as you can with a very accurate weapon system to try to help them out and take out the enemy. And that was the biggest reason why the gun was made. A 30 millimeter cannon, which holds 1,000 rounds of bullets and shoots about 4,100 per minute. So it puts out a lot of bullets, and that was designed to help the troops in contact during the Vietnam War. Well, the Vietnam War was over about the time that the A-10 was really getting fully commissioned and deployed throughout the world, the United States and Europe. Then it became one of the main weapon systems for the Cold War. And we were designed then to go after all the Russian tanks that we thought were going to come across the East German border if they were going to attack Europe. So the A-10 was designed to do that. We were designed to fly very low, sometimes at 100 feet, or even lower if we had to avoid radar and to avoid any small arms fire and any missiles that would be shot at us. So we did a lot of our work initially for the first, from 1976 through about 1988. All of our work was considered close air support, high threat, working down low and working against tanks in Central Europe. Well, about the time that Desert Storm came along and Saddam Hussein decided to invade Kuwait, our mission changed quite a bit. We went from flying very low altitude at 100 feet to actually going up to coming into the theater to drop our bombs at 20,000 feet. And this again was to avoid all the different types of munitions that the Iraqis had. They had a lot of small arms. They had some handheld infrared missiles and some radar missiles. But at 20,000 feet, we could come in fairly safely and then drop our bombs and do our things and get out. So the A-10 kind of transitioned from a very high threat airplane to more of a low threat airplane. Since Desert Storm, the A-10 has transitioned even more. During Desert Storm, it was the first time the A-10 was ever designed to fly at night. Our squadron from here, the 355th Falcons, were the first squadron to fly the airplane at night and use it tactically to put pressure on the Iraqis. And we did that to basically put 24 hours a day pressure on the Iraqi army. And it's one of the things that probably caused them in the end to basically just fold and give up, because they never had any moment when they weren't having to worry about somebody dropping a bomb on them. Well, we did this with a not very technologically advanced airplane. Since then, the airplane has got so many technical advantages added to it. I'm not sure I could really do a whole lot with the airplane anymore other than fly it. All the different systems in there are so much more advanced. It's as good as any of the newer airplanes that are out there flying today. So the A-10 has come a long ways from a Vietnam type airplane to one that's now flying in Afghanistan and Iraq. And originally the A-10 was supposed to go away back in, well, basically about the time we went to Desert Storm in 1990. Now, a few of the airplanes, probably 150 to 200, will be around until probably 2030 or 2040. So the airplane's really made a name for itself and done very well.